If you found this video, if you're listening to me right now, then chances are you've seen some of my social media footage, right? My TikTok channel, YouTube, maybe you found me through Google, but you probably know a little bit about where I'm coming from, what I stand for. You probably know that I'm a BPD survivor. Some of the things you might not know include it took me over a decade to beat this, and it doesn't have to be like that for you. Now, I'm not a fan of sales pitches. I'm really not. I'm not a fan of feeding you a bunch of promotional garbage. What I am a fan of is honesty and wearing your heart on your sleeve. So I want you to understand, I've suffered one of the worst possible cases of BPD that you can imagine. I had 1,000,001 triggers. I had all of the symptoms. I have had the worst episodes that you could possibly think about or imagine. I've split on almost everyone I know and everything. I've destroyed countless friendships. I've totally mutilated relationships. I've lost jobs over this. I've lost my reputation over this. And I know you know what I'm talking about here, because living with BPD is a lot like living in a movie that you have absolutely no control over whatsoever, while everybody around you is asking you why you're acting this way, why you're behaving like this, why you think the way you think, why you do what you do. Meanwhile, the whole time we're saying, why me? Why am I like this? This isn't fair. How does everybody else cope? How are they behaving appropriately? Why doesn't it bother them? Nobody else gets it. I know that you're saying, why don't you understand? You don't understand me. You know how many times I've looked at my partner and said, you don't understand? Well, newsflash, guys, they're never going to understand. But that's exactly what makes the BPD remission program at Sensitive Stability so successful. It's because I do understand. I have been where you are. You're not just talking to a therapist and the care stops at the door, so to speak. You're talking to somebody who went through it like you're going through it. And I put my heart into everything that I do. So do me a favor. If you're sick of struggling with this, if you're ready to get better, if you want remission, if you want to walk in shoes like I walk in every day, shoot me an email and tell me your story. Let me understand how BPD is manifesting for you. And then we'll set up a conversation. And the initial conversation is entirely free. All we're going to do is get to know each other for a few minutes and figure out if we're good to work together. And if we are, I'd like to help you get there. I'd like to get you to where I am, because life is so much better in remission. And you could feel fulfilled too. So don't do it alone, guys. Reach out. There is somebody who cares. Let's do it together.